everyone. Meet Elder Edith Reynolds. She is the director of the local missions ministry here at Refuge Temple, which also spearheads many different initiatives.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to do this endeavor. This is the first of many endeavors that we would like to do to reach out to the community.
I am number one. I've been here from after 7 this morning. We're feeding the needy in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Amen.
Refuge Temple. If you're hungry.
This is Bishop Courtney Hugh Williams, the senior pastor of Refuge Temple Church of God here in the city of Bridgeport. And he is going to share with us today a little bit about the Drive-By Community Grocery Giveaway.
It is our pleasure to be with you today and to share with you some of what we're doing for the community. Certainly, these are some very tempestuous times. These are some difficult, trying times that we're living in. And we have been, since the COVID-19, we've been trying to help our people from within the walls. As we felt like that's our responsibility. But I do understand that ministry goes beyond what happens between the walls of the church. And so we wanted to get out into our community. We've met with the leaders, and with the assistance of our own people, they have been sending in charitable donations, and we have designated a significant portion of money to go towards feeding the community. And so today we started out with trying to feed 100. I had 3 bags for every family that went home loaded with groceries. And by 7 o'clock, should start at 11 o'clock, and by 7 o'clock in the morning, people were already waiting. We ended up with chaos outside by 10 o'clock, and we had to literally start early. We were able to hand out 3 bags per person, and we were able to hand out about, believe it or not, over 130 today. And so we feel like, church is where you come to worship. But ministry happens outside of the walls of the church. Ministry happens in the street. And it is our responsibility to replicate what Jesus Christ did. His whole philosophy of ministry wasn't just feeding people with the word of God, but feeding them, with the bread of life, but feeding them as well with the literal bread. When you went to Jesus's church, you stayed there for a whole day, you were guaranteed you're going back home. You're going to go back home with some food in your stomach. I think that that's the least that we can do, and it is what we must do. We were just absolutely amazed at the crowds that came out. People are struggling. Families are having difficult times. And we feel that part of the ministry of Refuge Temple is to answer some of those problems that people have within the community. And we plan on doing this. The fire department came down, and firemen from City Hall, they came down and they assisted us in handing out bags. We plan on doing this again 2 weeks from now, week after next. And in fact, for as long as COVID continues, we're going to see as many times as we possibly can every other week. Next 2 weeks, we're going to try for 200 this time to feed 200 families. And so it was an incredible success. And I really, really want to thank God for the sons and daughters of this ministry, and for those that might have watched us online and sent in charitable donations for this project. We are soliciting the help of anybody out there. Our communities all over the nation, and in fact all over the world, are going through right now some difficult times. People haven't worked. People have lost their jobs. They have their children are staying at home. So obviously they're going to eat more than they normally would have eaten. And so food is an absolute necessity right now. And we were just glad that we were able to do this. And it opened our eyes, really. We have our food pantry that is open, I believe, every other week, twice a month. And but it is not enough to meet these needs. And so we have gone well beyond, over and above the limitations of just the food bank, and we are committed to doing so at least until this coronavirus has ended in our community. Even afterwards, to be honest with you, there are going to be desperate pleas and cries, because there are millions of people that are out of jobs, and things are going to be difficult. But I thank God for a place called Refuge Temple, and we're going to be here for the community. Again, thanks to all of our sons and daughters and all those that supported and contributed. And you can see this coming in another 2 weeks. We're going to try for 200 people, and then we'll take it from there.